Hello everyone, this is Chi from Desktop Coach and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to check out headers and footers and how we can insert customized and pre-built features into our workbooks. In the last video, we talked about setting up layouts for our workbooks and taking advantage of the print preview. Click the link above to check out that video. And if you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy the content. And if you do, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel and check out the description below for our Microsoft 365 giveaway. Alright then, let's get to it. Okay, so we have this document set up on our screen. This is the print preview, and we have this sheet currently set up in portrait orientation. What we're going to try to take a look at is the header and footer. On the top, where we have the header, we can see it's set up in 3 sections. On the top left, we have the current date. In the middle, we have the sheet name. And on the right, we have the document title. Let's scroll down to the footer and see what we have set up there. For the footer, we have the author set up on the left, nothing in the middle or in the center. And on the right, we have the page number. So let's go ahead and set this up in our worksheets. Okay, so there's 2 ways to check what your headers and footers are going to look like. And we've looked into these in our past videos, but let's take a look at them again. So you could go to the File tab and go down to the Print option, or you could just shortcut Control P there. And as you can see, the document is currently in portrait orientation, and this is what it's going to look like if it's shared using PDF or if it's printed out on a page. Let's go back. And the other way would be to go to the View tab. And within our workbook views, we can take a look at our page layout. And in here, you can see where you have the option to add a header. And if you scroll down, you could also take a look at your footers. And as we said earlier, the headers and footers are divided into 3 sections, and you can add either customized or pre-built elements in each of these sections. So let's start adding header and footer elements. To add an element to your header, you just click in one of the sections and we'll have a new header and footer tab show up in our ribbon. And within there, we can see the different groups we have. We have a header and footer group. We have header and footer elements, navigation, and other options. So the first group, header and footer, just helps us to insert pre-built elements into our worksheet. And in here, you have more options to customize your headers and footers. And this just helps with navigating to the footer and the header. So if you're currently in the header, as we are, you could just click that and it'll take you to the footer instead of having to scroll down or up, depending on where you are. Right, so let's go back to the header and let's try entering a pre-built option for a header. So just click that drop down and you can see the different options you have available. You have your page numbers, you have the sheet name, you have options to enter other, words and elements, like confidential, current date, and page. You have a file path here. So different stuff, and you can always take time to explore them all. I will just try some like this, confidential with a date and a page. As you can see, it's populated our header and filled it in with those 3 sections. So you can see in the first section, we have confidential, and in the middle or the center, we have the current date. And on the right, we have the page number. And if you clicked in, you'll see the syntax. for these elements, right? So here you can see that ampersand and you can see your brackets and you have the date in between. Here you should have something similar that should say page, right? So we have the page string and the code or syntax to pull the page number and insert it into the header. Let's go back to our header and footer tab and let's try something on for the footer, right? And this time we'll use the footer drop down. Let's look at what we have here. And when you see commas in between the elements, it means that each comma separates a different section. So on your left section, you have an author name. On the middle section, you have page number. And on the right section, you're going to have the current date. Let's do some like this for the footer. Looks like it's taking time. There you go. It's populated, and you see this time we have two sections filled in, the middle and the right section. So this is how you can use pre-built options to fill in your header and footer elements. Okay, now that we've figured out how to use pre-built elements for our headers and footers, let's try something a bit more personalized and let's try to match it with the document that we'd seen at the beginning of the lesson. And for that document, on the header, we had the current date aligned to the left, we had the sheet name to the middle, and the file name to the right. So let's fix that for this document. And to do that, we could just click in the current header. Good thing is Excel highlights the text and we can just backspace to delete. Let's do that for the rest of them. And we can use our header and footer tab and really pick and choose from the elements here in the header and footer elements group. So this time we're looking for the current date. So let's select that. And for the middle, we're looking for the sheet name. And on the right, we're looking for the file name. So as simple as that, we've been able to make a change to the headers and match it to the document we had at the beginning. Let's go down to the footer and make the changes as well. So we have that selected. All we have to do is backspace, the same for the middle. And I think this time we're putting in the name of the author. In that case, you also have the option to just type in what you're looking to insert, as we did. So by Chiji, and on the right, you can just select the page number. Click outside the box, and that's done. Okay. All right, so let's go to our print preview and see if we've been able to completely match it with the documents from the beginning of the lesson. Let's Control P and look at that. For the most part, yes, we have for the headers and footers. We have the correct elements inserted in the right places. The only difference is we have the column cut off on column E. So let's take a look at the document again and see what's happening there, and let's see if we can fix it. To fix this, we can go back to our page layout view, and in our view tab, let's go to the page break view and see where our page break exists. We can see here that dotted line between columns E and F. And to fix this, all we have to do is hover over the line, click and drag, and that way we have all the columns from A to G showing up within our page. We could also do that through the print preview using our scaling option. But for this lesson, we'll just focus on the matched headers and footers and making sure that all the columns show up on our page. All right, thanks everyone for spending time with me today. As always, I'd love to see your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put out something new. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next lesson.